Hi everyone, I'm Jay, and welcome back to Maple Money Mindset. Can I be honest with you about something? There is a quiet crisis happening among young Canadians right now. Not inflation, not interest rates, not even housing, something much more invisible than all of that. Young Canadians are giving up on money, quietly, silently, one by one. And I don't mean they're being careless or lazy. I mean they're exhausted. They've looked at the system, looked at the numbers, looked at what their parents had at their age. And somewhere along the way, they stopped believing their financial future was still possible. And that feeling, I completely understand. Youth unemployment in Canada hit 13.8% in early 2026. More than 1 in 10 young Canadians who want to work cannot find work. For students, it's even worse. Nearly 1 in 5 students looking for jobs right now can't find one. You do everything right. You study, you graduate, you apply, and the door is still closed. Not because you're not good enough, but because the market is genuinely broken for your generation. And then, while you're already carrying all of that, you open Instagram. Imagine a 25-year-old Canadian sitting alone late at night, scrolling through his phone. Someone his age traveling Europe, someone buying a new car, someone putting a down payment on a condo. And that little voice starts whispering, "Why am I so far behind?" But here's what that post never shows you. It doesn't show the debt behind the trip. It doesn't show the parents who helped with the down payment. It doesn't show the anxiety at 2 a.m. when the credit card statement arrives. Over 53% of young Canadians say they feel pressured to look financially successful on social media, while 65% privately believe they are falling behind their peers in real life. That gap between appearance and reality is quietly breaking an entire generation's relationship with money. So they stop. They stop budgeting because the numbers feel too small to matter. They stop saving because the goal feels too far away. They stop investing because the whole thing feels rigged. And they tell themselves, "I'll figure it out later, when things get better, when life feels less impossible." But here's the truth about giving up that nobody says out loud. Giving up doesn't feel like a decision. It feels like rest. It feels like relief. But every month you wait quietly costs you something you can never get back. Time. Compounding. Options. The person who puts just $100 a month into their TFSA starting at 22 ends up with more than double the wealth of someone who starts at 32 investing twice as much. Not because they were smarter, not because they earned more, just because they started and didn't stop. That's what giving up actually costs. Not today, but 10 years from now, when the gap between the person who started and the person who waited becomes impossible to ignore. So let me say something directly to you. If you're 22 or 25 or 28 and you feel behind, you are not behind. You are living through one of the hardest economic moments for young Canadians in a generation. The exhaustion is real. The frustration makes complete sense. You are not weak for feeling this way, but your future is still worth fighting for. The system won't fix itself. The housing market won't suddenly become kind. Nobody is coming to hand you financial security. The only thing that changes where you end up is the decision you make today. Not next month. Not when things feel easier. Today. Open a TFSA. Put in $50. Buy one simple ETF like XEQT. Set up an automatic transfer so small you won't even notice it. And then, just don't quit. Because the most powerful financial decision a young Canadian can make right now is simply refusing to give up. Now imagine that same 25-year-old closing Instagram, opening his investment app, and making one small move instead. That's it. That's the whole difference. Your future self is counting on the decision you make today. Don't let them down. If this hit differently than you expected, share it with someone who needs to hear it right now. Thanks for watching Maple Money Mindset. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more simple and practical content just like this.